And then when you feel that, it causes you to be better and exceed where you were before you did it. He said that happened to us on our championship teams, and said make sure these guys get this all over them, because they'll grow to a level they never dreamed they could grow to when you have something happen to you like this tonight. That was a substantive quarterback. The team was solid to real good, and we had a good experience out there tonight. And if this bunch can't take that and grow into showing up right in San Francisco, I'd be surprised.
Talk about the play of the quarterback tonight, Dak Prescott.
I thought he was outstanding. Before the game, I was talking with Coach Mike, and we both agreed Dak was going to have to be the one that won it. Not necessarily the defense, although he'd be the first to tell you, and I would too. It's a team game. But the defense, when you get in a game like this, you've got to have a great, really outstanding quarterback play. And boy, he met the mark in every way. And I told him right before the game, we were talking, I said, don't you be anything but aggressive. No conservative here, be aggressive. Not that that made any difference at all, but boy, he was, and it made the difference out there tonight. It lifted not only on the plays he made, but it lifted the spirit of the team, and it's got us lifted now in a position to go play a really great team and a really outstanding team. I'm going to use that word, G word. They're an outstanding team, but we're not the same team. It came into Tampa.
Did you have any doubt about Dak after what he went through last week, all the questions about him? Did you have any doubt that he will come back with a performance like this?
Well, I don't want to tell you. I'm a little bit of a what do you call it? In other words, I can get questioning, and I see Darth Vader probably quicker than I used to several years ago at the same time. But I can doubt with the best of them. And Dak didn't in terms of his play when it counted, and the team, we ought to all build from a really, I would say this without exaggeration, that was a great performance. That's how you lift at that position. That's how you help create a championship team right there, because it was against him. And the situation was against him, and had a great player on the other side of the ball at his position, and came out there and played at that particular level.
You brought up Brady. What does it mean to finally end that Brady curse?
I don't see it that way. I really don't. Not a Brady curse at all. He's a great player, great credit to the NFL. Outstanding for our game. It's a privilege to, even in my little way, to be a part of the NFL and have Tom Brady as a part of the NFL. I mean that. But make no mistake about it, our number 4 out there tonight put out there the kinds of things that wasn't show business. He went out there and put the kind of things in a very demanding and, if you will, real commanding way, and basically drove a stake in the ground for his team to rise up around.
Sound like you said drove a stake in Brady, killing.
Well, I don't. No, I'm not going there. I don't want to go there now. Don't put that on me. All that happened here was that Dak had an outstanding game, and the team rose up around him, and we got the benefit of it, and we'll get the benefit now going forward in this tournament.
Given the way last year ended, how much are you looking forward to seeing San Francisco?
Well, I don't. I wish there was some way not to see San Francisco next week and some other variation out there, but it's not what you get. And I know this, our team is a lot more in every aspect prepared to play a San Francisco team and play this team on the road out there than before 4 hours ago.
Why? From 4 hours ago, or even from last year, even?
Oh, because we've tasted the stuff. We've tasted. It's like a hunting dog. We have tasted what you need to realize is there, and it will cause you to grow. The analogy I would have of that is I've said to each of you probably, I never thought that I could be anything that what we are today with the NFL when I first got involved. But it caused me to realize I can do it, and I grew and grew and grew and grew. I saw that happen to our championship teams. And I saw us take guys that certainly had the goods, but they not necessarily had the experience or the having had it happen to them. They hadn't. But our teams of the 90s did come on and get better and better and grow. And Michael Irvin made it to the where I was watching the game tonight and basically said that. He said it's like training, if you will, a hunting dog, and you put their face in it, and then they know how it feels, how it tastes, and they've changed. And said that's what you are seeing out here tonight. We know what it can be like as a team and grow from there.
What you got to say about your head coach earning his first playoff win as a Cowboys coach?
What?
Your head coach winning his first playoff game as a Cowboys coach, Mike McCarthy. What you got to say about him?
Well, I'm so proud that he's our coach, and I give him, as I did before the game, I give him a lot of credit for where we are, and he has the credentials. He has won a Super Bowl as a head coach, and he's put a team together and watched it evolve the way that this team is evolving, and that was one of the reasons I hired him. But again, that sounds good, but it has to happen. And what you witnessed out there tonight is you watched this team that had all reasons in the world to have criticism, and if doubt, you can call it doubt, you can call it whatever you want, and they came back. And again, they're not the same team that came to town. They're a better team, having beaten Tampa and beaten a great player at quarterback.
Jerry, it's only one game, it's one step, but what does it mean to you as an owner to get this, to gain that one step?
Well, let me talk about the general manager in me. Feels real good. Feels real good. I'm real proud of the staff, and I'm real proud of the players. I'm real proud there. From the standpoint of ownership, I'm certainly just as proud. I know and appreciate everybody that's interested in the Cowboys, whether it be a positive interest or whether they want to see us get our ass kicked. And there's a bunch of those. I like that too. But on the other hand, I like to think that we can put something together that can go win it. And that's very evasive, been very evasive for us. We've got a team here tonight that has enough skill, in my opinion, to go win it. And now we have some experiences that will build the intangible. And so I think we gained on it tonight. All right.
Jerry,
Injury-wise, Jerry, do you know anything
Excuse
about
me?
injury-wise? Do you know anything about Peter's availability or Curse going forward?
No, but Peters had the problem of the very play before that. I'd said, isn't it great to have that Peters out there playing at his level? If you look across there, Peters and Tyron Smith and look at Martin and maybe even another young one we've got up there, but we could have 4 Hall of Famers sitting out across that line right there. Now, that's not fair. We know that a Hall of Famer way into his career, but that's good. Good pedigrees out there. We benefited from Peters tonight. He had a big part of our success, and I hope he is not limited.
You keep bringing up the title teams, and Michael was talking about the title team, impetus for a title.
About the what?
The title teams and title years. This is the first time you won a road playoff game since your first title team in 1992.
Yeah, I had hoped when we had home field advantage for those years, when we had good players, top players, I had hoped we'd get it done. The other teams have a lot to say about that. We did too. We didn't get it done. This could come in a way that looks harder coming up the backside. Can it be done? We'll find out. But this team has a talent level, and now then has the intangible experiences that get knocked down, getting up, all of those things we hear about, all of those things that represent football, all of that stuff. This team has had some of that. And everybody on this team knew that when they came to Tampa today, that the world thought that Tom would be sitting out there taking it, snatching it out at, if not the last minute, but maybe even earlier. And we're getting to go home and go again in San Francisco. And I'll tell you, we got more mustard than when we got here.
One quick question. You're playing San Francisco on a short week. They played on Saturday. You play on Monday. Is that unfair?
Not at all. Not at all. That's what we were dealt. We got to play in front of the nation tonight. But we got an extra day to get ready for it tonight. It was a good thing. Good result. We'll go play on a short week. We've done that at Thanksgiving Day and played short weeks. No, I'm not. I'm not too much of a. I've for 30-something years looked at all these stats in the NFL about short weeks, long weeks, this issue, and I just see the team that in most cases is prepared and for whatever the reason won it that particular day. I don't see that being a disadvantage.
Are you worried about Maher with what happened, and is it something you might need to look at?
What?
Are you worried about your kicker, and is that something, a position you might have to look at this week?
Well, I was worried about what those extra points might do toward winning this game, and when I got by that, then I'm not going to worry about him anymore.
Will you look at kickers this week, Jerry? Will you look at some kickers this week?
No. We won't. We just he's done enough good ones, and I don't think he's what do they call it? Blown the socket or whatever you do when you stuck your finger in the wrong hole.
I don't know. We got the yips.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks, guys.